the low level of writing that goes on here. It's atrocious.
Yeah.
And yet, the chemistry between Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne really works. They really do feel like friends who've known each other a long time.
They do.
And I couldn't deny that. I was like, man, I want to hate this, but
they work so well together.
They do.
They really do.
The two of them they need a better movie.
Make another movie. Because y'all deserve better than this, and y'all the only thing keeping this shit on life support.
Uh-huh.
Don't hate me, hate Mel. It was her idea.
What? Listen to us, you're right.
Hey, witness my tragic moment.
Mom, we've been doing this a long time.
Long time.
Been doing this about 20 years. Knowing you damn near 30 years. A lot of people say with a friendship and a working relationship like that, nothing can split you up. Nothing, if it ain't done by now, nothing gonna break you up. Especially with y'all working together, man. Everybody say y'all work together so cool. You were just telling me that at the New Year's Eve party. Martin got a little drunk, came up to me, man, I love working with you, man. Man, we tight, we a team. I was like, yeah.
Get out of my face.
Yeah, get the out. But Martin, if them titties came between us right here, Selma Hayek,
that would do it.
go f yourself.
Yeah, no.
If anything can break this up right here, if anything can make me tell you, Mark, go to hell, this is done. One night with Selma Hayek, man. I'll sacrifice all this for one night. I'll sacrifice everything, all this shit.
Really?
Man, I don't know what it is, but it's just something about this woman right here. I'm ready to give it all up.
Oh, no. She's got it all going on. She's got everything.
She got everything. She got everything. Marla, you would give this up for just 2 hours. Yes. Yes, I would. But you know what? She don't only just do it to men. She do it to women, too. Might do it in a different way. They say if anybody could break a friendship up, it's Selma Hayek, man. That's what she's doing in this movie right here. Like a boss. Like a boss centers on Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne. They've been friends for a long time. Like you and me, Martin. They've been friends ever since high school.
Middle school.
Middle school. They've been friends ever since middle school. They so tight, they live in Ernie and Bert style. Two grown-ass women, man. I mean, in their late 30s.
Uh-huh.
I think Rose Byrne might be 40. I mean, if not, she damn near close. But the two grown-ass women all this time who were living together in the same house, man, and ain't each other. Not lesbian at all.
No.
But they just love each other that much. Plus, it's also explained they got a business too, man. And the business kind of takes them to being together all the time because they kind of balance each other out. They kind of depend on each other to make this business work.
Sure. One's the creative, the other knows the numbers.
Exactly. And also they need to be together for a little while because they say, well, we ain't committing to nobody else until this business is solid. Turns out that the business kind of is behind on funds, but
yeah, it's not fluid.
It's a makeup company. No, not at all. Not at all. I don't even know how they still afford this nice ass that building right here and everything. But Selma Hayek is a makeup mogul, and she comes in and says, you know, you made one particular product, which ain't even that great, but you made this one product right here, and I like it, and I'll not only want to buy that, but I want to buy y'all. I want to buy this company right here. Oh, but them titties up to no good. She's scheming, Martin. She's scheming. She just wants this for her own nefarious reasons, and for those reasons, she needs to actually break these two up. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Like a Boss.
She just wants to steal our ideas.
We gonna break this bitch's back.
Oh, yours are made of stone. I punched that bitch in the face.
I would marry you if I was in the coochie.
I am so mad at this movie.
Are
man.
you?
Yes.
How did you not expect this?
I am so. Well, let me tell you something. It is bad enough. It's bad enough that the movie is pissing you off because it ain't no good. It also makes the audience piss you off too, sitting in there with them. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Because this is the kind of movie that just, I really don't know how to put this nicely, but this is the movie that just caters to dumb people.
Yeah.
Not even saying that all those people are not smart that were in that theater with us.
Only the ones that were laughing.
But this is kind of movie that just, I don't care how smart you are, when you walk in there, for some of those people, it just brings out the dumbass in them. There were two people who were so nice sitting next to me. I talked to them, and when that movie started, it just brought out the inner idiot. They just,
because I heard a couple people on the side of you who just would not stop talking through the entire movie.
Speaking of those people, we're gonna talk about these people. Let me talk about these people.
Okay.
Because see, this is the kind of movie that makes people who say the dumbest shit feel smart. Mm-hmm. Because when we're watching this movie right here, you know, people just talking. And see, this is a good test for you to go see this movie. Look around the audience, because this is the kind of movie where smart people who are watching this, because this is a very predictable movie. So the smart people who are watching this, they shut the up.
Yeah.
Now all the people, all the dumbasses in the theater watching this, a movie this predictable, they watch it and they say the shit out loud, thinking that they saying something smart.
Like they're impressing
like
everybody.
Like they did something. Because they anticipated what was going to happen next, and they think that they had just impressed the whole audience with that. They just said the smartest shit in the room. I was sitting next to this guy. Now, because you always, no matter how smart these people might be in the theater, you always got that one dumb motherfucker. They're watching a movie like this, they are going to say out loud what they anticipate next. And I was sitting next to this guy.
Toasted goodness.
Oh, thank you.
Toasted.
Thank you for the bit. I was sitting next to this dude right here, and there's a scene in here, and you saw it in the trailer. There's a scene here where these two girls jump off this roof. And when that scene happened right there, this motherfucker next to me, before it happened, he said, they're going to jump in the water.
I heard that.
And I looked over at him because I said, you was stupid, man. And I looked at him, and his teeth were just grinning, teeth just shining from the screen. He was so happy. He was just proud. He was looking at me. What? I was like, Jesus Christ, man. And he had to yell that shit out so the whole theater could hear him.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you watch this movie with people like that, that makes you even more pissed off. That makes you even more upset.
This is one of those movies where, with somebody talking that loud, not whispering, your first instinct is to go, all right, I got to say something. And then you stop and look at the movie you're watching, and you think, are they really disturbing any of this?
I'm not saying, I wasn't going to say shit.
I'm not getting into an altercation over this.
Yeah. No. People just feel, dumb motherfuckers feel so smart watching a movie like this because they don't realize they're watching a predictable ass movie where everybody sees what's going to happen next. But because they said it out loud, they think they're the only ones. Oh, they're going to jump in the water. That motherfucker head was shaking his shit like he was proud.
Oh, we're probably
proud of that.
Go home and tell people about it. And then they just jumped in the water. And I knew they were going to do that. It was so funny.
And you sitting up there thinking, mother, I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm just smart enough to shut my mouth. This here is meant for that kind of audience. So if you go see it, just in case somebody drags you to it, just remember, you're going to be sitting in an audience full of idiots who feel so smart because they're watching something that is dumb shit. Dumb, predictable shit, but hey, I could tell what was going to happen next. Jesus Christ, man, I can't stand watching movies like that. That's almost like they're built for idiots. This shit is so lazy. This shit is so lazy. There's a moment Martin looked at me and I saw you because I said,
yeah, I heard you do that.
And I swear to God, they hadn't even hit the next scene. And I predicted what the next scene was going to be. Something happened. This is how predictable the shit is. I saw the future. It wasn't like I predicted a joke. You wonder why I said up there like, I said, I know what's about to happen next. I know where this is leading.
Of course. No. I knew what it was. It's just usually you don't let anything show. You keep your cards close to your vest.
Like, man, I'm not predicting the next action. I'm predicting the next scene in the goddamn script. And meanwhile, you sit up there proud of yourself because you predicted the next gag. The next gag that happened the next second. Motherfucker, I was 10 miles ahead of you. And you sit up here looking at me. They're going to jump in the water. You goddamn retarded motherfucker. I was like, man, This is why I can't stand this.
Yeah, I don't think there is such a thing as a comedy that has a pool where somebody doesn't fall or jump into it.
You know, it's one thing to be predictable and get all these dumb sons of bitches in here all excited and making them feel smart. You ain't gonna do that shit to me. I know what you're doing. But it's another thing to just be lazy with the actual comedy that you're trying to do. When you ain't got no comedy, you run out of jokes. You got no more one-liners. You got no more ad-libbing to do. What do next? They start doing that wild-ass, wacky-ass physical comedy where when there's no cleverness to be had anymore, just have people give them an excuse just to jump around the room. And that is what they had. They had about 3 scenes like that.
Was it only 3?
It was 3 that I can't. I tuned out at some
Yeah,
point.
you probably stopped counting after a while.
I didn't know. I was numb after a while. But one scene in particular got me because there's always something that leads up to something else. And we know what got me with this. It's a scene with ghost peppers. This scene got to me because this wasn't even needed for the movie.
It wasn't.
It was just, this was here specifically for Tiffany Haddish to bounce her ass around the room after she ate a ghost pepper. Had nothing to do with the story. They could have cut this out.
Well, this is the first alcohol I've had since the baby's born, and I gotta tell you, it feels right.
Okay, that alcoholic made me laugh. Right? She had me laughing. When she said that smelled right. I was like, damn, they must have gave her a real drink.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Mexican food is spicy.
Just ease up on the. Have some water.
It was a whole scene of them taking a lesson in learning how to make Mexican ceviche, just so Tiffany Haddish could eat a pepper and bounce around the goddamn room.
It hurts so bad it hurts.
Just read through it. There's some bread. It'll soak it all up.
Then that goddamn generic ass studio band comes in.
Thanks, fellas. See you next Tuesday.
That's a lot of carbs.
Yeah, the milk.
This is what I do with Ryder. Mama's feeding you milk. There you go. There you go. Big drinks. There you go. It's goat's milk. It's thick.
Not needed at all for this movie. And let me tell you what happens when somebody eats Mexican food and peppers and shit that's too hot. There's a shit joke right around the corner.
Yeah.
There's right around the corner waiting. Oh, somebody ate a ghost pepper? Guess that's my cue. Shit joke coming right up.
I haven't worked all year.
Which leads me to say, what is it with Tiffany Haddish and booty holes?
Oh, I know. I think that's her signature line now.
Because at first I thought it was just for that movie. What is it, Girls Night?
Yeah, Girls Trip.
I thought the Girls Trip. Because listen, say what you will about how nasty it is. It's a classic line from that movie.
Girl, you can't get no infection in your booty hole. It's a booty hole.
You know. Now, ever since that's happened, in almost every movie, Tiffany Haddish, I didn't see The Kitchen. Was she taking a shit in that movie?
No.
Okay. Because every movie I've seen her in.
She doesn't say it in that.
Okay. Every movie I've seen her in, she's had to like either say booty hole, fart, or take a shit. And in this movie, there's a scene where she does all 3.
It's Schwarzenegger's "I'll Be Back."
It's a booty hole, yeah. It's a booty hole. Are we gonna get like a whole YouTube a montage, a booty hole montage? Because it opens up with her on the toilet after that scene is done, and you hear, "Oh Lord, bless this booty hole, help this booty hole." And I was like, "Oh Jesus, man. Okay, so now that's your thing. So now we gotta work that into every movie that you do." What do you think about this, man? One of the things that really bugs me in comedies of this type that are this lazy with their comedy are, man, you know, they just love their actors ad-libbing.
Yeah. They don't have a real script. They love to have the actors ad-lib. Or they have a script, but they say, well, just ad-lib as much as you want.
Yeah.
And we'll just, take from that. And they tend to take too much from that. Because the first 15 minutes was really just some raunchy sex talk ad-libbing.
Yeah.
Where I was like, is there a story here? And even what they're saying, I was like, man, you're gonna open with this? This is not fun. This is abrasive. Just to, like, as soon as I open the book, there it is.
Yeah.
Rubbing your vagina in my face. Like, settle down. Let's get to what's going on. And yeah, then once they get going, you're like, all right, well, maybe we can go back to the ad-libbing.
Yeah, shit. It's so I mean, the shit gets nasty. I mean, there's even a moment here.
It's nasty for no reason.
It's nasty for nasty for no reason.
Because it'd be different if it opens like it's like, hey, this is gonna be a raunchy sex comedy, but it's not. It's just the first couple scenes are that way. It's like, well, god damn, what are y'all trying to do here?
I mean, I'm talking about they take every opportunity to get nasty. And once words don't do nastiness justice, they got visuals. They bring in a vagina cake. Now you're like, well, what's wrong with a vagina cake? And hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with it, but they push that shit far.
It's disturbing.
Ain't nothing wrong with the pink icing and the flesh-colored icing around it, but when they start adding the cherry syrup, that's when I was like, oh, did y'all really have to do that?
I'm over here.
Hi.
This is a little something to show your future.
What the? Oh my God.
Tiffany Haddish like, I asked for a booty hole.
I like how they're all like, oh, isn't that precious? I was like, wait, which one of y'all bought this?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all surprised.
This shit don't even look right, man. This shit don't even. They trying to make a joke out of this. This shit looks like something out of a horror movie. This looks like a baby that ain't popping out of a vagina. It looks like a baby being eaten alive by a vagina.
Right?
Looks like somebody put a severed head on some vagina lips right there. Jesus. I don't even see the anus that was on there. I was like, God damn.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I was just like, what is? Oh,
I'm like,
gotcha.
Jesus Christ, man. The ad-libbing in the movie, though, really got to him because it's one of those things where people, they just let their actors ad-lib. Jennifer Coolidge is in the movie. I like Jennifer Coolidge. Jennifer Coolidge is fine. She's cool. But there are moments in here like they just let her ad-lib, and I'm not saying she's been in other movies where she's hilarious, but her ad-libbing is not working. Her improvisation is not working in this. And this is the kind of movie where everybody in the audience, well, I guess not the people sitting next to me, but certain people look and see this and like, hey, this ain't working. But for the director, it's so hilarious. They just stopped the movie to put the camera on some improvisation that these actors have said, which are not that funny.
We need to try something new. Let's zhuzh it up a little bit.
Don't be so judgmental.
Let's focus up.
Okay, look, the joke wasn't funny, but they were having fun. But
Yeah.
Need to
you
try-
just came in and that all up.
Yeah, it's almost like as if her agent was telling her, "Listen, you got to get in there and do
Yeah.
something. Just make noises."
Yeah.
They're ad-libbing circles around you, and you're the queen of this. You work with Christopher Guest. Come on.
Yeah, this is the kind of shit where everybody needs to turn around and say, shut the fuck up, go sit down.
Well, this has been a trend in comedies, especially in female comedies, where you have one member of the crew who's just kind of in their own world and just says stuff that's almost random.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was Kate McKinnon in Ghostbusters, and you see that repeated a lot.
Yeah, that is true. You do see it in a lot of female comedies, man. And that's what they're doing, even though this is a female-led comedy, but it's not a female-directed comedy. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I mean, it's not a bad-looking film, but it's one of those movies where
It did look better than I expected.
it looked a little bit better, but it's still kind of generic as I mean,
of course. Yes, it is.
I mean, the reason why it looks good is because they have it in like really, nice looking offices and places. There's a lot of modern furniture and modern design going on because they are in the fashion world in a sense. So that's what keeps us looking like maybe cool. But other than that, the movie just shot generic as hell. There's nothing here to really stand out. Studio film, as we always say.
Absolute studio film.
Yeah, that's it. That's why they're dumping this shit in January, man. It's a straight up generic ass studio movie, which is meant to cater into the dumbest, loud talking motherfuckers in the audience.
I tell you, one thing it did that's one of my pet peeves. It's almost like an Adam Sandler thing with Selma Hayek. I don't know if you guys can catch that, but they have her wearing green contacts, a red wig, and fake teeth, and it's not like it builds character. It's just something for them to ad-lib off of at times.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it exists for only that reason.
Yeah. That's it. Again, they don't have that much. They don't have much to work with in this shit. They don't have nothing to work with. I'm going to tell you, man, the thing that really makes me upset about this movie.
I know what it is.
I can't go off on this shit as much as I want to. I'm pissed off because I want to tell this movie, go f yourself. I want to give this movie the biggest bullshit, and I can't because the movie's bad. But And I'm not, it is bad. It is bad. And I ain't defending this shit. But there's moments in this movie where I had to admit, I was chuckling.
Well, I found two things about it that where I also was like, I can't give it some old bullshit because if the low level of writing that goes on here, it's atrocious.
Yeah.
And yet the chemistry between Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne really works. They really do feel like friends who've known each other a long time.
They do.
And I couldn't deny that. I was like, man, I want to hate this, but
they work so well together.
They do.
They really do.
The two of them they need a better movie.
Make another movie. Because y'all deserve better than this, and y'all the only thing keeping this shit on life support. Y'all had me laughing. I mean, I was reluctant as to laugh at this. I was sitting up there like just trying to crush my smile. My laughs were coming out. My chuckles were coming out like sniffs because I didn't want to laugh at it. I was sitting up there. You know, because I didn't want to laugh. Because the shit didn't earn it, really.
Yeah, it didn't earn it. We don't respect it. But every so often, you're like, all right, well, you kind of caught me off guard.
I was sitting up there like an asshole teenager. You know, trying to give the movie attitude. But it wasn't attitude. I was trying to suppress laughs because I felt like this movie's lazy as but Jesus Christ, these two are really working it, man.
Yeah.
They even explain, it's weird that they're living together, but they explain that in the film.
I mean, it's a pretty weak explanation that they don't really develop.
It's not
much at all.
But it's like, man, y'all got to stay together this whole movie just to make me laugh. Because the whole plan is to split them up. I'm like, please don't split them up.
Right.
Because this shit is going to sink. And unfortunately, they don't stay apart that much.
No.
Some of the lamest jokes here.
Some of the lamest jokes are when they are split apart.
Yeah, yeah. And even, man, when they do something, even the supporting cast is all right. Even when they do some stupid shit like spit milk on one of the actors. I don't know this woman's name, but when they do something like that,
yeah, I had to laugh at that.
Some actors are just they're just so good. Jennifer Coolidge is not, but some actors are just so good at ad-libbing, or they have enough attitude and delivery to back a lame joke up or a comeback. They save something sometimes.
Yeah.
Since I had Ryder, that I washed my body. Instead of staying home eating wet Cheerios stuck on my baby's crevices and it's...
And by the way, they cut some stuff out. She's like, this is the first mother night that I've had to hang out without that goddamn baby. And I was like, you know what? Sometimes they have supporting actors who come in and they save some lame shit. That's the only thing that saved that bell pepper.
Yeah.
Gag right there. And they got some other really, man.
That was the other thing. When I said the two things, it was Billy Porter.
Oh, this dude.
He just knows. I mean, he's a real performer. And every time I see him in something, he knows how to milk lines and get the most out of them.
Billy Porter is the gay worker or employee that they had to fire. You saw him in the trailer with his line.
And when they cut in the trailer, it looks lame. But when in the movie, it's the funniest scene.
In the movie, it's funny. Maybe they have it more intact with this clip here.
Shame on your house.
Wait, firing you is not my idea.
Witness my tragic moment.
I don't even think those extras knew that was going to happen. You seen the back? This motherfucker lost his mind. I thought that nigga was going to shoot up the place. I was like, that scared me for a moment. But he's so good in this, man.
He is.
He really is good, man. Even Selma Hayek, man. Selma Hayek, I know what you're saying about her having all the fakeness on and everything, but I will say this. It's really cool to see Selma Hayek actually kind of cut loose and have fun with something. I mean, it's not the best comedy that she's doing, but at least she looks like she's having fun with it. Bitch, you at your you know, she's actually having a good time in the movie, man. And like I said, you know, it don't hurt to have something to look at.
No.
And don't get mad at us. They made jokes about her titties in this movie.
Constantly.
They had somebody bounce off of them. They had a visual gag. Somebody ran into her and bounced off those things, man. Movie's frustrated, man, because these actors are good enough that you wish they were in a better movie.
I know. That's the thing, because you know we're coming to January, and you know the first movie out the gate is going to be shit.
Yeah.
But I thought I always hope that maybe this will be the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't expect much from a Tiffany Haddish movie, but who knows? First scene,
you didn't get much.
No, first scene, I realized, okay, all that's out the window. My hopes are dashed. I'm just gonna sit through this and endure it and get it over with. And every so often, I'm like, I see something good in here. It's just not enough to support it.
You remember when Gene Wilder used to hang out with Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people not going to remember this. Gene Wilder, y'all know him as Willy Wonka. He used to hang out with Richard Pryor. They used to make a lot of movies together. All the movies they made weren't all that good, but Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder made some movies, and they were the only things that would make them good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind y'all doing a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder thing with Rose Byrne and Tiffany Haddish, where you put them just in another movie to make up for this, because they are so good.
Yeah.
Put them in something where the material is written a little better, and because they can improv and ad lib off each other pretty well.
Yeah, they play off of each other really well, and so many times I see Tiffany Haddish and stuff, and I go like, she's too much. But here, it's almost like Rose Byrne was enough to pull her back, and then she got Rose Byrne to kind of raise her comedy game.
Yeah, it's just a weird movie to see this director make, man. This director is
I know
Miguel Arteta right here, who apparently is hiding from somebody behind this tree. They'll never find me here. He played hide and seek with somebody. But Miguel Arteta, he usually does more art house movies or serious films.
Quirky art house comedies.
Yeah, the last movie he did was Beatrice at Dinner. Yeah.
I'd like to say to Kathy and Grant, thank you for having me. When I first came to the United States a long time ago.
Did you come legally?
Bitch, f*** you. Yeah, this is it's an odd movie, man. It's not great, but it's not bad, but it is interesting.
Yeah, I like that movie quite a bit.
He did one of your favorite movies, man.
Of course, Chuck and Buck.
I got the freedom of the heart. It's a brand new start.
Buck, what are you doing in L.A.?
There's a dude who takes it upon himself just to go see a friend unannounced, uninvited. And it's a really weird movie. It's also weird because it's during that era where everything was shot on digital video.
Oh, that's right.
And getting theatrical releases. Before we had streaming video.
He made these handful of these art house movies.
Yeah.
And the Arnold and the No Good Day. And mostly he's just done TV.
Yeah, he's done a lot of TV episodes.
But it's a lot of like a series. He's directed 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But rarely just on something constantly.
He needed money.
That's what I thought the whole time watching. I was like, he just needed a check.
Yeah, TV ain't paying too well, I guess, for him. Because why he did this shit, I don't know.
He went to his agent and said, I need something that pays. And they're like, they got this. It's all studio run. It's kind of in a kit.
Yeah.
You just show up and run the camera.
Yeah, the studio filling the rest. Just say action. Then you can get your check and go. Go back to direct them shitty TV shows you do. No, he's actually directed some good TV shows.
Some good TV shows.
Yeah. You got to scrape through some solid-ass turds to find some gems.
You really
in this
do.
Movie. You really
I don't even know if it's worth it.
It's they're in there. There's little bits and pieces of some real gems in there. And I just appreciated that we got to see Rose Byrne and Tiffany Haddish. It shows some promise. I mean, I would love to see them in a movie together. But yeah, I want to hate this movie so bad. I mean, there were moments I just said, this is some bullshit. Stop making me laugh. This is bullshit. It's bordering on a fuck you, but this is some bullshit. But man, I gotta be fair. I hate myself even saying this, but it's a rental. It's on the lower end of a rental.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I still got to give it some old low rental.
Okay, all right. I'm with there. I'm with there.
No.
I'm with you there.
I found myself where I was like, it's got all the elements of some old bullshit, but it's just got just enough to squeak by. And believe me, I do mean a low rental. And I'm not even suggesting you watch this when it's on Netflix, but if you're that curious, then go ahead.
Yeah, people. I don't. You ain't missing no shit. I mean, even for the things we say that are good. How about this? Wait for Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne to make another movie.
Right. That'd be much better.
I'll go watch something else. I don't give a shit.
It ain't that important.
It ain't that. Hell, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I'm just giving it respect for what it did right. Other than that, I need to watch this shit. DTmerch.com. I'm leaving you. I'm giving y'all a vacation from the Segways. It took its own Christmas break. Be back next week. But go in there and get all the stuff that we have. The shirts, the shoes, the hats, the cups, phone covers for y'all those cold phones out there, and the gift of choice.